There's a lot of muscular guys that are running trail as compared to road runners, right? Most of the road runners event I see are very slim, slick. So hello runners. So on the way to go and get some food, on the way, believe I'd like to share with you guys, right? Maybe it's something I'd like to discuss a little bit about the difference between the trail running and the road running. So recently, you know, on Facebook, I shared some photos on my recent trail event, which is my third trail running event. And once again, I thoroughly enjoy trail running. One of the reasons is because it's really refreshing as compared to the daily routine that I've been doing over and over again on a daily basis, which is road running over and over again. So to be able to run on different surfaces like mud, branches, stones, all this, right? It's really refreshing. Really refreshing, but at the same time, like I mentioned on Facebook, sometimes I tend to dread the particular trail. It is because there are a few occasions whereby I nearly got, I would say, the risk of injury, especially for me, who is not really experienced running on places like on Mother Nature, right? Whereby you have a combination of mud, grass, branches, pebbles. Sometimes you even have to climb steps here and there. So can be so far has been daunting for the 3 races. So my recent one of 18 kilometers is my longest ever trail run so far. The previous one is at Marichi, then the one is at Dairy Farm, then eventually the one last weekend is 18 km at Dairy Farm again. It's part of the Volvic Forest 50 training run before the actual event on 29. So, so today I'd like to do some comparison. Let me share with you guys what's the difference between the trail and the road. So is the trail tougher? Is the trail really much tougher than road running? So I think I'll share my verdict by the end of this video. So on my way to go and buy some food. So yeah, so I think I would like to share with you while on the way to go and get satisfy my hunger. Okay, trail running in a way is more let me see, the need to remain composed, the need to see a few steps ahead of what's going on, because there's a lot of unpredictability. You never know what you're gonna step on the next second. You can step on branches, and not just looking down, you also have to look up for any obstacles on your head. So it's really on the head and also at the bottom. So there was a few occasions, right, whereby my head nearly gets taken off by branches. Yes, branches, literally branches. Not just branches, sometimes it can be very thick trunks as well, and sometimes leaves here and there. And I also have my mouth full of spider web too. So Marichi also one of the places, the only places that have taken my head away while I was running, which is quite unexpected. So after which I have to track back to go and grab my cat bag. So that was interesting. That was a really interesting incident. So at the bottom you have to jump over mini streams, you have to jump over fallen trees, you have to jump over tons and tons of pebbles, and the switch of surfaces is very fast. Sometimes grass, sometimes mud, sometimes whatever. So many different surfaces. So it is a combination of not just running. Sometimes you are reduced to walking, especially during the crazy incline upslope. So reduced to walking, yes, jumping, hopping, side by side, left and right. So there's a lot of different movement, a lot of things that during the regular road running, right, you wouldn't have to do. So road running is always running straight most of the time. So it's just putting one feet ahead of the other feet. So that's the very big difference, is the stability. You really need to have I would say a lot of strength. You don't just depend on your feet, you also depend a lot on your body, upper body as well, your core, your strength, everything. Thankfully, right, one of the main things that I'm very thankful for to that I'm able to avoid injuries for my past few trail events, right, is because I have really put in a lot of work on my core and as well as my feet lah, doing lunges, doing things like planks, doing a lot of different core exercises here and there to train up my stability, to train up my I would say upper body strength. So as you all know, right, running is always not all about lower body. There are a lot of I would say runners, they only focus on training their lower body, just keep running and running and ignore all the strength training, right? They end up, a lot of them, because of the overuse injuries, right, they may get injured easily. Their legs is not well supported by the upper body, right? That's when your legs become more and more fragile. Yeah, so that's the thing I would really recommend to all runners, right? To not just focus on the lower body, but also focus on upper body. It is also important if you also want to become a faster runner. It will also help, definitely. Yeah, waiting for the traffic light. It will also help for you to become faster runner because of your improved body form. So when it comes to the body form, and so literally, right, for the past few months I have been trying to have a body form that is not just being able to avoid injuries, but also improve my running economy. You can also say running efficiency. All the things that I trained in road running, right, like keeping your heads up, like keeping your posture straight, right, a lot of them has to be thrown out of the window, I would say, unless we are running on mostly flat roads lah. If you like, yeah. So instead of looking forward most of the time, a lot of time we have to really look literally down, but not directly down, but at around 45-degree angle, because you still need to see a few steps ahead to see whether there's any obstacle along the way that may put you in danger, that may derail a run, or if you are not careful, right, you may roll down the slope, or especially during times where the trail can be muddy. When the night before, when there's a heavy downpour, right, the mud will definitely be super soft, so it will be really dirty after your trail run. So that's the really running form can be a lot of variation left and right. You have to jump here, like I mentioned just now already. Then I realized one thing, a lot of trail runners, right, they tend to there's a lot of muscular guys are running trail as compared to road runners, right? Most of the road runners event I see are very slim, slick, and all the muscular guy, muscle with a lot of huge bicep, huge legs and all this, right? They tend to participate in trail running. Yeah, that's the main difference that for inexperienced trail runner, right, that have noticed. So as I talk to some of the trail runners, right, a lot of them are actually participating in all these Spartan events as well, which requires a lot of strength, like, you know, a lot of different type of obstacles. Too noisy to record now, later continue. Here the noise not so bad already. So for next I talk about the upslope and downslope. When trotting upslope on trail, right, although it's exhausting, although it's tiring, right, but I tend to prefer it more as compared to the downslope. Whereas maybe for road running, it could be vice versa. There's no preference, I would say, upslope and downslope for road running. Because when you go downslope, I feel on trail is very dangerous. At any time, right, if I don't balance well, I would always imagine myself rolling down the slope and suffering from a lot of horrific injuries, which thankfully it didn't happen. Thankfully. So trail running, I tend to open up my arms a lot and flapping my arms like a bird, so that to keep myself really stable, to avoid myself from really slipping and ending my event, ending my race, which will be really unfortunate. So yeah, downslope, crazy. I always being overtaken by a lot of experienced trail runner on the downslope, but upslope I still have a chance to be able to overtake some runners. So road running, of course, upslope, downslope, down, I don't feel dangerous. I just go all the way. I just go the way, especially when doing road running, whereby I let myself go. Road trail, I don't dare to let myself go. if I let myself go, could be that's it, I would say. So experienced people, experienced runners, right, they are able to really let go and go all the way. So yeah, that's the dangers. That's the danger a lot of folks might want to look out for when doing the doing trails runs. And for safety wise, right, especially if you are inexperienced, if one is a beginner in running especially, I will highly recommend not to go for trail first until you are already running for quite some time on the roads and get used to the running in the first place and being able to elevate some of your strength in your upper body, in your legs, here and there, before you even think about tackling trails. It will be very dangerous. There's a lot of occasion, right, I feel that I had sprained my ankle. Wait, cross the traffic light first. Okay, in a more safe area to talk towards the Jurong Point now, here. Okay, so on the point of really you have to get used to it, and there are a lot of occasions whereby I twisted my ankle quite a few times, especially in the first one. At Marriott, I think I twisted 3 or 4 times, and the most recent one, I think I twisted 1 time. And on all these occasions, right, I thought after the race I would already have sprained my ankle and needing to go and see a doctor for treatment. But thankfully, right, that did not happen. And I would credit that to my already decent condition after running for so many months, right. My ankle's flexibility has already improved to a point whereby I don't really my ankle is more immune to spraining, I would say. So it's only a slight pain of around 1 to 2 minutes. After that, it's gone completely. Even after the race, I thought after the race I would suffer from some pain or some swollen here and there. But I would confidently say that if I have done the same thing, I've twisted my ankle like many months ago, right, I would definitely suffer from a sprain. So if you're a beginner, it's only a matter of time you twist your ankle in some one way or another. It's only the amount of angle that you twist. Yes. So it's really I can say safety is also an issue. So beginners have a much higher chance of suffering from injuries on trail, I would say, as compared to road running. So yeah, let's go inside the Jurong Point. Of course, just order my favorite food at my favorite restaurant, Makisan. So just to complete this video, trail running is really the views can really be breathtaking. It's really sometimes can be incomparable to the views you get. Mostly on road, right, you get the views are more of landscape. But when you connect with Mother Nature, right, of course the air feels much fresher. You really feel you and Mother Nature and really roll into one. That's something that you really will not be able to feel when you're stepping on concrete floor. So the mud, the grass, everything is really have a wonderful feeling to it. We're hearing all the different sounds of nature, the birds singing, the cricket chirping here and there. So that's the main difference. But I wouldn't say which one. My verdict is I wouldn't say which one is tougher than the other. But I read from one of my Facebook friends, right, when they are posting on Facebook, when I share my run on Facebook, right, they shared that trail running as compared to road running, right, they are training different muscle groups. So there's a lot of micro muscles, right, where during road running, right, you'll not be able to train because of all the jumping around left and right. So all the micro muscles that usually will not be activated when you're doing road running, whereby you just step ahead, one leg ahead of one another. So, and the wonderful thing is, after every trail run, right, after which I had recovered, a lot of times I feel that my legs had become much stronger than ever before. Definitely, and I record a few PBs along the way. In the middle of my trail runs, I would say that is something that I didn't expect. And I read some stuff online whereby experts are generally recommend a routine switch of road running and trail running, so that to not have an burn out on your one particular muscle group. So it's good to keep things fresh, to really switch it up, so that you'll be able to really improve the overall holistic training of your leg, of your whole body, and being able to become much stronger much better runner. So I would say trail running has helped me to become a stronger road runner as well lah. So you might want to mix it up a bit. So yeah, that's my thought on trail and road. Both are awesome, both are just as good. So definitely I will highly recommend you guys to at the end of the day go out there and try both of them and see which one you will prefer in the long run. So for myself, I'm still not sick of road running yet. I still love road running. I still will take out the majority of my time. Until then, maybe I will be sick of it. That's when I will go to trail more often lah. So of course my next trail event is coming up by the end of the month. I'm really also looking forward to it lah. So yeah, if I miss out anything or if you got any things to share, which do you prefer, road or trail running for you? So maybe you can feel free to share in the comment below and let me know what you think. Okay, thanks for watching today's video and run safe and remember to keep on running.